Christina Harrison there in Brisbane. Now, sometimes it's the simplest ideas that work the best, and so is the case with this next story about a program that helps the homeless. A West Australian charity supports them with their education and their employment, but there's a catch. They have to run. Brianna Shepherd went along to find out more.
For 56-year-old Ian, running is a daily routine.
Some nights I'll do a bit of walking, but most nights I'm running.
The former truck driver may look fit and healthy now, but he hasn't always been. 15 years ago, Ian's life was spiralling out of control. After a marriage breakdown and a serious truck accident, mental illness took hold.
Through the accident, I sort of lost focus on my life and ended up attempting suicide a number of times and didn't know how to seek help.
He's one of the success stories of a running group for people who share a common predicament. Right now he lives here at St Bartholomew's, a homeless shelter in East Perth.
A lot of people think homeless is some beggar on a street corner, but being in the homeless community means that you are able to fall back into that realm.
Another one.
The 56-year-old works hard not to regret or focus on the past. The father of 3 says exercise has helped turn his life around.
I was thinking that if I could run 50 kilometres or maybe 100 kilometres, I'd feel good, yeah. But now I'm up at about 433 kilometres now. So that's gone way past it.
With more than 100,000 homeless people in Australia, it's a national problem on the rise. On My Feet was founded in March 2015 by entrepreneur and avid runner Keegan Craig.
I would run past homeless people and wondered to myself, if I could feel this good when I ran, why couldn't they? Truth is, they could. All they needed was a pair of shoes.
The groups meet 3 nights a week.
When we held our first run in Fremantle, I gave all of the volunteers and all of the participants exactly the same running shirts. And I said, look around, there's no homelessness here, we're all just runners. And that sense of belonging, the community that they were now part of, fueled their enthusiasm to not only run, but to be part of a group that made them feel important.
$200 provides participants with runners, shirts and socks. On My Feet is run by volunteers and all the money is donated. Founder Keegan Craig says it's about giving people a hand up, not a hand out. And the best part for people who might not be into running, you can take it at your own pace. But it's not just about fitness. The organisation keeps track of attendance, and when participants prove they're committed, like Ian, Mr Craig steps in.
What I say to employers is that if I can demonstrate that this individual has these attributes, will you offer them, with no strings attached, work experience for 2 to 3 weeks, and if at the end of that period you see in them the attributes that we think you'll see in them, will you offer them a job? And they said yes.
Ian is hopeful work experience he has lined up will turn into a more permanent position. He's also recently been named On My Feet's first ambassador.
I'm living proof you can do it. All it takes is to want to do it.
He's had to accept his mental illness is part of who he is now.
There's no cure for depression. We have ups and downs, you have good days, you have bad days, you have flat days, and it doesn't matter who you are, we can suffer from it.
All right, let's go.
There are 2 On My Feet groups in Perth, with another on the way and plans to expand to Melbourne.
It's my hope that On My Feet can positively impact those at risk of or dealing with homelessness throughout Australia.
It has for Ian, who hopes his journey might inspire others to follow.
To succeed, first you have to want to try. So you'll never know whether succeeding or failure is an option if you don't ever put that foot forward.
Give me back what's mine.
Brianna Shepherd there in WA. And we hope you've enjoyed this week's show. You can, of course, see any of our stories on our website or catch them on iView. We look forward to you joining us again next week for Australia Wide.